Tuesday night baseball now from the home of the Twins, Target Field in Minneapolis. Tonight, the second of 3 to start the week between the Baltimore Orioles and the Minnesota Twins. These two should provide some big-time fireworks. First pitch is coming up. Ricky Nolasco gets the ball for the Twins in this one. EK, what's the word on him?
Well, Matty, he's having a very nice season so far. He's got an ERA in the low 3s. Now, hopefully he can continue that here in this one. Give his ball club a chance to win.
Adam Jones heads for the batter's box, and we are just about ready for some evening baseball.
Center fielder number 10, Adam Jones.
The game's opening pitch is taken for ball 1 as we get started here tonight right on time at 7:10. And EK, we take a look at the Twins as they begin play here tonight. They're definitely in a nice stretch as they've won 6 of their last 7 ball games.
And they've got themselves a pretty good-sized lead in the division coming into play. Certainly not out of reach yet, but they've got to be pretty comfortable with where they're sitting at this point in the year.
And back-to-back pitches out of the zone to begin the evening. It's 2-0 now. And a very comfortable 81 degrees as we get things started this evening. Nolasco looks in. Here's the 2-0. High and deep to right center field. Sano ranging back, but he can't get it as it's off the wall. And he will get there with the game's first hit, a leadoff double.
Oh, you better have to pay attention to this guy right now. He is heating it up. 7 straight games now with that hit.
Jimmy Paredes is in now, looking to get something to the right side with that leadoff man at second to start the ball game.
Yeah, it's really important to have a productive at-bat right here. You know, it's such a big deal to jump on a team early, especially when you're on the road.
A little tardy there. No balls and a strike.
Well, this is the kind of situation where they came up short last night. They had opportunities, but they could never really cash them in. So you can bet they'd love to get something going on the board early here.
Ground ball sent back up the middle. Backhanded. 1 away. With that, here's how Buck Showalter lines his Orioles up in this one. Steve, what are they going to have to do to force a rubber match in this series?
This team strikes out more than any other team in the league. They need to put the ball in play and have some more productive at-bats.
Chris Davis will stand in now, and as you can easily tell from the splits, he's really struggled away from home. Shoots this one to first, but good hands over there at first, and that becomes out number 2. And with a quick breather here, let's give you a look at how the Twins stack up defensively. It's brought to us by Majestic. Any thoughts, Eric?
Well, guys, Brian Dozier doesn't get enough attention for his defense. He's known for his offense and hitting home runs from second base, but he's also provided this team with solid play at the keystone position. Got a quick first step. He changes directions well. Very smooth at turning double plays. Adds up to be a very reliable second baseman.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Good bite to the slider, and he takes strike 1. Time for a look at our umpires in this one. Behind the plate is Ed Drummond.
Well, Matt, Drummond is a really well-respected umpire. Pretty rare that anyone has a major beef with the way he calls the strike zone.
Starts to go around here, but it doesn't matter. This is strike 2 anyway.
And you kind of get the sense that he's not really messing around out there too much. There hasn't been a whole lot of setting guys up here in this inning. He's just trying to get himself back into that dugout as fast as he can. Hit hard but foul toward first, so he'll come back and line it up again.
And the slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball.
He showed him that slider running away 2 times in a row. Now might be a good time to call on that two-seamer running in.
2 outs here with a runner at third. Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over. 1 left for the Orioles. And now the Twins will go to work on offense. We've got no score. Ubaldo Jimenez, a right-handed native of the Dominican Republic, will be the starter. What do you have for us on him, EK?
He threw a real gem in his last game. Complete game shutout. He'll look to repeat that kind of performance here.
Eduardo Nunez will stand in for the first time with gaudy numbers here in the month as you see him there.
Eduardo Nunez.
Here's a slider to start things out, looked at for ball 1. EK, you look at these Orioles as they begin play here tonight. They come off another loss last time out, and in fact, they've dropped 3 of their last 4.
And game 1 of this series was a tough way to start a road trip. They played well, but wound up dropping a 1-run decision, so they'll be looking to make up for that here.
And reined in 1 away. A chance now from Target Field to take a look at the Twins lineup in this one. Who are you focused on, EK?
Well, Matty, Joe Mauer is still a guy you have to be careful with. He sports a batting average with runners in scoring position over 300, so you could say he relishes in those big moments. We'll see if that's the case in this one.
Striding into the box, Byron Buxton. He'll get to take his first cuts here. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0. Push to the right side. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
Yeah, a 1-out base runner here in the bottom of the first. Now you've got the 3, 4, 5 guys coming up. Let's see if they can turn this into the first run of the ball game.
Miguel Sano stands in for the first time now, and he's been in fuego of late. Seen that average shoot up quite a bit over these past 8 ball games. Starts him with a good rising fastball there for strike 1. Oh, and this at-bat is quickly moving from bad to worse. It's 0-2 now.
Oh, man, what a perfect pitch right there in a perfect spot. And that's exactly how you have to attack a guy like this. He wasn't even close on that pitch.
A pause and the 0-2. Good job of holding up on the low ball there, and it's 1-2.
On 0-2, if that's a curveball, a changeup, a sinker, then maybe you get a guy to chase. But it's much easier to lay off a pitch down there when it's a straight fastball.
Ready on 1-2. This is hit high and deep out to left. Reimold racing back. Gone! It's a 2-run shot to straightaway left. 12 home runs for him now thus far, as the Twins have taken a 2-0 lead.
This is a situation where you wonder how much of his concentration is on first base and how much of it is on home plate. Because if you're not 100% locked in on the guy at the plate, folks will make you pay at this level.
Here's Oswaldo Arcia. As he'll watch one miss down and in for a ball, 1-0. He'll start play with that average down in the low 230s. No home runs as of yet, and 5 driven in. Bases are empty, 1 man out. In for a strike, it's 1-1.
Oh, now there's a location you want right there. If that ball gets hit, you're just going to bang it into the ground all night long.
High in the air out to center field. Jones is under it. 2 gone. With a moment now, let's give you a look at the defensive alignment for the Orioles. It's brought to us by Majestic. EK, what do you got?
Well, guys, the center fielder in this one, as good as anybody out there in the field. Has a lot of speed, can cover a lot of ground, and most importantly, he's very reliable.
Brian Dozier will stand in as we show you the numbers for his last 8 ball games, and he continues to be as hot as anyone on the ball club. First offering on its way. There's a good fastball on the outside corner as he'll take a look at strike 1. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Swing and a line drive, but this is a foul ball. 2 out, nobody on. And oh, look out. Up and in and nearly took his head off.
And we're going to see a lot more of this because this is a guy who's let it be known that he will work inside. He'll even back you off the plate if he has to.
And he lays off the fastball away, so it's 2-2 now.
And when he's down 0-2, he's smart enough to know guys are going to try and get him to chase. So now at 2-2, he's got himself back to a spot where he doesn't have to go after a pitcher's pitch.
Chopped foul at the plate, and the count holds at 2-2. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Fought off at the plate, and we'll do it again. A 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. Locked in a good battle. Here comes another one. And this misses from Jimenez, and that'll fill up the count now. 3-2.
And this guy won't lay down here because there's 2 outs and nobody on. He's putting up a good fight.
Something has to give. Here's the payoff pitch. He reaches for one but can't find it as he's down on strikes for the final out. I have to imagine there's a full moon tonight, judging by this bunch. Back with more here on a Tuesday night after this. Mark Trumbo will lead things off for the Orioles here with Matt Wieters set to follow.
Mark Trumbo.
First pitch of the inning is taken downstairs for a ball. It's 1-0. Grounded down the third baseline. That gets through, and he'll start the inning off with a base hit. The throw into second, and he is in there. So he's into second with a double here to kick off the second inning. And as you can see there on the graphic, he currently sits fourth on the Orioles in that category.
Yeah, he's definitely one of their guys offensively. Does a nice job of finding gaps and getting into scoring position.
Matt Wieters will stand in here. He drove in one of their 2 runs in last night's ball game.
Well, you know, he's been averaging at least an RBI per game over his last 10, so yesterday's performance shouldn't have come as any big surprise to anybody.
Nolasco comes set. Here's the first pitch. And he takes a cold strike, 0-1. Well, we'll give you a look there at the graphic. That gives him 5 doubles now on the year. Here comes the 0-1. Off the plate and in. Hits a ball and a strike. And the low 80s slider is in there, and he's in control 1-2.
Yeah, that's in a great spot, too. Just hard, late movement working down and in.
Swing and a miss as he couldn't connect on the 2-seamer, and that's out number 1.
He's really off to a tough start in this series. Remember, he had the hat trick in Game 1 yesterday, and now he's got another strikeout here. Sometimes when you get in a rut like this, they're not always easy to climb out of.
Here's Jonathan Scope now. And this one's in the dirt. And he's going to make it up to third here as he advances on the wild pitch.
Well, yeah, this is going to be a pitch in the dirt, and as a runner, it's hard sometimes to tell whether you should advance or not. But I think the catcher just lost sight of this thing just for a moment, and as soon as he reads that at second base, he's off for third.
Fastball got him to swing through it. It's 1-1.
There's not a whole lot of conviction in that swing. It was almost like an afterthought, like an emergency hack.
Drilled down the line. And he tries for the backhand reach at third, but he gets by the glove down the line. In to score easily is the runner from third, and the Orioles have cut it to 1. It's now a 2-1 ball game.
Well, I got to tell you, I love the way this guy just lets it rip. Ahead in the count, behind in the count. It really doesn't matter to this guy. He's just going to go up hacking. And he drives in a run right here as he just drills this one for 2 bases.
Here's the shortstop now, J.J. Hardy, as he takes a called strike on the black. It's 0-1. The numbers offensively pretty dismal to this point, down in the 170s to start play. 1 home run and 4 RBIs. And this is taken. It's a ball and a strike now to the Baltimore shortstop. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. And he pumps the fastball by him here. 1-2 now.
Nothing fancy. 3 fastballs so far in this at-bat. He could go just about anywhere from here.
Hot shot on the ground to short. On to first as the throw takes care of Hardy. 2 away.
Batting ninth, left fielder, Nolan Reimold.
So striding in, Nolan Reimold, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. Good zip to the fastball there by Nolasco, and it's 0-1.
And you know, if you're going to challenge a guy up in the zone with a fastball, why not do it on the first pitch? A lot of times he's going to be taken anyway, and you just bought yourself a strike that you can now throw anything off of.
swung on and chopped up the middle to his left, Nunez. And they will not get him at first as he's able to leg out the throw.
Yeah, kind of a high chopper. This is a tough play for a shortstop on the move. Winds up beating it out.
Adam Jones gets a shot now with deuces all around. 2 on, 2 out here in inning number 2. Looking to minimize the damage here. Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1. He's set. Here's the 0-1. Checks his swing, but this will be strike 2 call. Runners at the corners, 2 men out. Got him looking, and that ends the inning. Orioles get a run on the RBI double. On to the bottom of inning number 2. It's the Twins 2 and the Orioles 1. Joe Mauer will stand in for the first time, and he's seen that average climb during his current 7-game hitting streak.
Joe Mauer.
Here's the first pitch to him. Now a fastball a bit too low here. It's ball 1. Right side hit hard. Scope dives. What a stop. It's in time.
Oh, what a play.
Batting 7th, third baseman.
On a ball hit like that, if you're the pitcher, you're thinking, oh, base hit. But not this time. What tremendous defense out there. Great diving stop. Makes the play and gets the out. And the pitcher acknowledges it, and he's happy about it.
Trevor Plouffe will make his way in now as you get a look at his splits there on your screen. Into the windup and the pitch. Good fastball there from Jimenez as he gets ahead 0-1.
Nope.
Here's one that misses high. It's 1-1. Drilled on the ground to short. On to Davis at first, and there are 2 away.
Batting 8th, designated hitter, Eddie Rosario.
Eddie Rosario will stand in for the first time now. Currently 7th in the American League in hitting.
Well, it's still early in this season, but if he keeps this up, he's going to be looking to get paid in the offseason. His contract is up after this year.
And he turns on this one and yanks it foul and back out of play. The 0-1 delivery. Lifted the other way to left center. Jones is going to have room out there as he puts this away to retire the side. So a very good inning that time for Ubaldo Jimenez. He's still on the short end of a 2-1 score. Jimmy Paredes will start it off for the Orioles with the ever-dangerous Chris Davis looming in the on-deck circle. Nolasco gets his sign. First pitch on the way. Chop foul at the plate. Strike 1. The 0-1 pitch. Hit on the ground down the first baseline. But this will wind up a foul ball. Strike 2. Swing and a miss as he starts the third the same way he ended the second with a punch out, 1 away.
Well, this is a stroll he's taken 5 times in this series now. That slow walk back to the dugout after getting punched out. After a while, these things, they start to wear on you. You've got to try to keep the mindset that every at-bat's a new opportunity, but most of the time, that's easier said than done.
Here's Chris Davis now, as he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty. It's strike 1. Swing and a miss. It's 0-2. Living a little dangerously here.
Yeah, you don't have to go looking for trouble. Trouble will find you if you're putting pitches there.
1 out, nobody on. And this is swung on and missed. His 5th strikeout already, and there are 2 gone in the inning.
Boy, and in the first 2 games of this series, he's already struck out a total of 4 times now. You get to where you just hate taking that walk back to the dugout. I'll tell you, it's a very frustrating feeling.
Here's Manny Machado now, as he'll take a look at a slider here that finds the zone for strike 1.
Boy, he may strike out the side on 9 pitches. 7 down, 2 to go.
Oh, and he's finding his groove out there now. It's 0-2.
And there's number 8. 1 away.
Chop foul over towards the dugout. Trying to strike out the side. Here it is. Swing and a little tapper, but it gets foul. A 2-1 score here as we play inning number 3. Hit hard back up the middle, and the inning will continue as that's through for a 2-out hit.
Yeah, just couldn't put him away right there. You'll see the sequence. He was able to foul off 2 straight 0-2 pitches, and then finally he finds a pitch that he could do something with, and he's on board.
Mark Trumbo will get a shot here with 2 away and a runner at first now following the base hit.
That 2-out single seemed harmless enough, but anytime you extend the inning to allow this guy to get a shot with a runner on, you better be careful.
Here comes the first pitch. Hit hard on the ground towards second. There is Dozier. Throw on to Mauer will be in time, and that retires the side. Kurt Suzuki will start it off when we come back. We'll head now to the home half of inning number 3. The Twins are in front, 2-1. And there is Kurt Suzuki. He'll lead things off here in this 1-run contest.
Kurt Suzuki.
First pitch coming. Here it is. And a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball. Grounder down the line at third, but a foul ball, 1-1. Maybe too much break on the slider, 2-1.
That's what you have to do against a big sweeping slider like that. It starts in the zone, and it's probably going to finish out of the zone, so that's a good job just to lay off.
Line drive to center field, and a base hit, so the leadoff man is on to begin the inning.
The batter, the shortstop, Eduardo Nunez.
Eduardo Nunez will dig in again. He grounded out to start the home first.
Not really a good at-bat there. Forget getting out, but he didn't see any pitches as well.
Line towards center field. Jones is there, and he has it for the first out.
And this could have really got this inning off to a great start, but it finds the outfielder's glove out there, and that runner's forced to retreat back to first.
Here's Byron Buxton now. Swing and a liner, but foul. Runner at first here, one man out. Now a fastball is lifted into the air to shallow center. After it is Jones, and he brings it in for the second out of the inning.
And this is all about taking charge out there. That's the center fielder's ball if he can get there. So he calls everybody off, and he makes the play easy.
Miguel Sano will try things again. He hit that two-run homer his first time.
Well, that was a fastball that he hit then, so we'll see if they go after him with hard stuff again.
Down the third baseline, but a foul ball here, 0-1. Hot shot toward third, but pulled in at the hot corner, and that ends the inning. One left for Minnesota. They lead it 2-1. Leading off the inning, Matt Wieters, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
And right here is an important time for them to climb back into this one. They definitely want to even this one up sooner rather than later.
Nolasco's ready. First pitch on its way. Grounded down the third baseline, and it's through for a base hit. They'll have the leadoff man aboard to start the inning. And he'll get in there standing up with a leadoff double.
The second baseman, number 6.
Wow. And how he managed with that swing to wind up with a double is beyond me. Hey, that's baseball.
Jonathan Scope will get an opportunity now following the leadoff double.
And with his guys down by a run, at the very least, you need to try to shoot something to the right side. Hopefully get that runner over to third with one out.
First pitch of the at-bat. Swung on and missed. It's 0-1. Well, you see there on the graphic, that gives him 5 doubles now on the year. Big swing and a miss at the fastball, and he's behind in the count 0-2.
Yeah, same pitch, same result, and he's late on it again.
Chop foul over towards the coaching box. The 0-2 delivery. And he gives this one a pretty good ride down the left field line. Arcia on the move. And this will wind up being nothing more than a long foul ball, and it'll hold the count at 0-2. He's ready. Here's the 0-2 pitch. And a wasted pitch there, 1-2.
And even on 1-2 now, you've got to expand the strike zone a little up there. You can't go down looking here. You've got to put this ball in play.
Fourth inning of a 2-1 ball game. And a slider runs away from him there, and the count levels at 2-2.
And the hope was that he would have chased one of those pitches, but now on 2-2, I don't think you fool around anymore.
He's set. Here's the 2-2. And he's getting his money's worth up there now. It's full 3-2.
And you can just sense him starting to tense up out there on the mound. They had him down 0-2, and now he's struggling to make the perfect pitch, and it's not happening.
He's ready. Now the payoff pitch. Just staying alive, putting together a really good at-bat here. Full count here. Here comes the pitch. And he finally wears him down here as he strikes him out after a 9-pitch at-bat. So after getting the strikeout on the fastball, not a bad time to check out our pitch speed comparison for our two starters. And both of these guys are working right around the same speed, 93 for one, 92 for the other. Into the box now, J.J. Hardy. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. He's set. Here it comes. And he starts the number 8 hitter with a strike. 0-1. Called strike. 0-2.
Two good pitches so far, both of them right at the knees, and you got to start thinking center of the diamond here. Shorten up a little bit. You've got to put something in play.
Hit down the line at first, but a foul ball, and the count holds at 0-2. 1 run, 6 hits, and no errors for the Orioles so far. And the slider gets him swinging. 2 gone.
Now this is exactly how you go about shutting down a leadoff double. He turned right around, struck out the next 2 guys. So now they're going to need a little 2-out magic if they're going to dent that scoreboard.
Standing in now, Nolan Reimold. As with 2 away, he'll swing and miss at the first pitch. It's 0-1. That man's team has definitely shot itself in the foot with all the strikeouts so far.
It seems like it's been a growing trend so far, but man, you've just got to be able to put the ball in play when you've got runners in scoring position.
Now a check swing, but he holds up in time. Ball 1.
Yeah, he started to go up the ladder there, but then he realized in time that he wasn't going to get there.
Here's the 1-1 pitch. Left field and deep. Arcia going back, but he can't get there, and this might tie up the game. He will score, and the Orioles have tied it up. We're even now at 2-2.
And it's just the 4th inning here, but he's already given up more hits in this one than he did in his entire previous outing. Whatever he had going on last time out, it ain't happening here.
Adam Jones steps in, working on a 1-for-2 game so far. First pitch on its way. And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1. Well, we'll give you a look there at the graphic. He's at second with his first two-bagger of the year. And Jones fails to come up with that one as he falls behind here. 0-2 now. Runner in scoring position at second with two down. Boy, tough to lay off, but he's glad he did. It's 1-2 now. No shortage of extra base hits as you see the totals there. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. But a run will score in the inning on this RBI double. Bottom of the fourth coming up, and we're deadlocked now at 2 apiece. Oswaldo Arcia is set to lead us off in the home half of the fourth inning.
Fielder, number 31.
Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. Sent in the air out to straightaway center. Jones moves over. And he hauls it in for the first out of the inning.
He's just trying to get a fastball in there to start the inning. Ball winds up getting hit pretty well, but not well enough to do any damage. It's a one-pitch out.
Brian Dozier comes on with one gone here as he looks at a called strike one.
You can tell here, in his mind, he's thinking quick inning. He's not even trying to set guys up. He's coming right after them.
Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike two.
So far, he's the only guy that struck out for these guys. He's in danger of making it 2 now.
And a half-hearted attempt that time, but they'll say he broke the plane, and that's out number 2.
You know, and this is one of the few downsides to being a guy with tremendous strength at the plate. Once you get that thing started, it's really hard to put on the brakes, and he winds up breaking the plane right here, and that's strike 3.
So here's Joe Mauer. Hard liner to center field, and that's in there, so perhaps some life here with 2 men out.
Oh, my goodness, this guy is really starting to heat up now. That's 8 straight games with a base hit. He's been fun to watch.
Trevor Plouffe stands in. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out. From the stretch. That's yanked into the stands. Strike one. Here's the 0-1. Hit pretty well out to deep left field. Reimold going back on it, and that one is out of here. A 2-run shot that gives them the lead. It's a 2-run shot to straightaway left. 6th home run on the season for him, and it gives the Twins a 4-2 lead.
One of the keys for him getting the victory in his last start, he did not allow a home run in that outing. But this is now 2 home runs he's served up here in the first few innings. You can bet there's a bit of concern over there in that dugout.
Now batting.
Into the box now, Eddie Rosario.
Eddie
As he'll take a look at a high strike that time, it's 0-1. High strikes probably not on the docket for places he wants to be.
Yeah, I mean, it's no secret. You've got to keep the ball down against a team like this. If you go up every once in a while with a fastball, you'll be fine. But you're not going to last too long if you make a habit of working up there with your secondary pitchers.
Solid base hit for him, his first of the afternoon.
Well, that hit extends his streak to lucky number 13 now. That's almost 2 full weeks where he's been swinging it.
Stepping in now, Kurt Suzuki, as he'll take a look at ball 1. So the 3 straight hits have that man right there, perhaps assessing his options.
3 straight 2-out hits, too. That makes any move a little more complicated.
The set and the 1-0 pitch. Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. So now they'll have 2 men in scoring position following the 2-out double. Throw comes back in quickly, holding the lead runner at third, but the batter was able to hustle up to second with 2 away.
And after going hitless in last night's ball game, he's turned things around here. That's his 2nd hit of the ball game, and he's in at second base with a well-hit double.
Eduardo Nunez will stand in for the 3rd time now, still without a hit, so that streak could be in a bit of jeopardy.
And I think that's in the back of his mind, but it's not something he's really focused on. He just wants to get up there and put a good swing on the ball.
And now a right-hander up and throwing in the Baltimore bullpen. Hit hard to short. And the throw is wide as he couldn't keep his foot on the bag that time, and we'll have to see how they want to score that play.
Well, I think if we were playing tennis, you'd call this one an unforced error. This is fairly routine out to short. I'm not sure what would have caused him to throw so wildly, but you can see the first baseman unable to keep his foot on the bag, and that's going to go down as an E6.
Byron Buxton will step in now with 3 home in the inning and another 2 men out there on base.
This inning's really starting to unravel quickly from a defensive point of view. This is where you need a nice pop-up in a big way.
First delivery to him on the way. Starts him out with a slider for a strike.
You can bet they'd love to have him get out of this without having to call in that bullpen just yet.
Throw over to first, and the runner back. 3 runs already home here. Gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. Hit in the air out to center field. Jones has a read on it, and that retires the side. But they strike for 3 in the inning, 2 on this 2-run home run. We played 4. It's now 5-2 Minnesota. Jimmy Paredes will stand in to start things off, as this top of the batting order hasn't found a whole lot of success so far.
In fact, just 1 hit between the 1, 2, 3 hitters combined. So apparently the table setters have not been getting their chores done.
Nolasco steps into his windup. Here comes the first pitch. First pitch hack in here, and that's the first strike. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. Lays off that time, and it's 1-2.
And now on 1 and 2, this might be a spot where that high fastball was just a setup so that he can come back with that big curve.
Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Pulled high in the air out to right field. And the leadoff man gone now to start the 5th.
And sometimes this is all you have to do. Throw a ton of strikes and keep the ball in the yard. It's worked for him so far.
A chance for last year's MVP runner-up with the bases empty and 1 away. Here's Chris Davis. Now some action out in the Minnesota pen, as it looks like both a lefty and a right-hander are up to throw. Outfield shaded toward right center. Here's the first pitch. And the slider is low and inside as he just about got him there.
And that's a pitch you have to lay off right there. That tight slider busting down and out of the zone, all that can do is tie you up.
Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. Swing and a miss for strike 1.
And after you move a guy off the plate and you know he's all worked up, that's a perfect time to drop a curveball or a changeup on him. Great pitch call right there.
Ready with the 1-1 pitch. Now here's Davis. High in the air and deep to right field. And that's going to wind up hooking just a bit foul, so a missed opportunity there. Trying to strike him out for the 2nd time. Oh, and he's really got the strikeout pitch working now as he notches number 9 in the ball game.
Not only has he rung up a lot of strikeouts, but he still hasn't walked the batter to this point, so his control has been really, really spot on so far.
Here's Manny Machado now, as he gets a good curveball here to start the at-bat. It's strike 1. Ready with the 0-1 pitch. Here's one that misses high. It's 1-1. Hits are even at 7 apiece. A ball and 2 strikes. The count now with the bases empty and 2 away.
He's just cutting his way right through the teeth of this order. They're not even putting up much of a fight.
Line drive to left. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. 1, 2, 3 go the Orioles. They trail 5-2. Miguel Sano comes to the plate as we get started here in the bottom of the 5th.
Right fielder, Miguel Sano.
Couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Back at it now is Jimenez as he's able to jump ahead in the count quickly here. 0-1.
This is where a guy who's been very aggressive around the plate may start thinking about being a little more fine later on in the game. When these guys start thinking, hey, you know what? I'm just going to go up there and jump on the first pitch. You don't even have to throw him something good to hit.
Drives it out to deep right center field. Jones going back at the track. He gets to it and makes the catch for the first out.
This has just been a rough day for this guy so far in this one. Everything they're hitting is hard, even if it's right at someone.
Oswaldo Arcia will stand in again. He's flown out in each of his first 2 plate appearances thus far.
Yeah, and he just needs to make a small adjustment and stay through the middle of the ball. Think about hitting a line drive right back up the middle.
In there, strike 1. Five runs, 7 hits, and no errors in the ballgame for Minnesota. Right side and right into the shift. And he'll get in there safely.
He just did everything right here on the mound. He made the good pitch. He got his guy to hit the ball on the ground. But baseball is just a little bit like life. You know, things don't always go your way. And this is going to be an infield single as he reaches here with 1 away.
Brian Dozier will stand in for the 3rd time now. Still without a hit, so that streak could be in a bit of jeopardy.
And I think that's in the back of his mind, but it's not something he's really focused on. He just wants to get up there and put a good swing on the ball.
From the stretch, here's the pitch. Into the seats, 0-1. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike.
His last time out, guys were just flailing away at that slider. But tonight, it's been a different story. Watching video of the last game is really paying off.
Hit hard to short. Hardy's up with it. One there. On to Davis at first. It's a double play, and the side is retired. Nothing doing here for the Twins. They're still out in front, 5-2. Mark Trumbo makes his way to the box to lead us off in the 6th inning.
And in a pretty close game so far, they'd love to see this guy get on base so they can get a rally started to get back in this thing.
High fly ball out to straightaway center. Buxton has a play. 1 away.
Now batting, catcher, Matt Wieters.
Settling in now, Matt Wieters, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here.
And we all know he's a much better hitter from the other side.
Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. Bounce to the right into the loaded up infield. Dozier has it, and the 6th inning is progressing quickly here. Now 2 away.
The second baseman.
Yeah, and he had to range deep for this one. And you've also got to worry about that ball hitting the lip of the outfield grass. So you got to hang with it just like he did, and he made a nice play.
Here's Jonathan Scope now. As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. For that man right there, you need look back only to his last start to see a performance like the one he's shown here so far.
And well on his way to another great outing. And that's what you get when you mix your speeds and throw a lot of strikes.
Gets the fastball by him here, and he's in control. 0-2.
And this is part of why he's had a lot of success so far. He's done a lot of work on the edges and stayed out of the middle of the strike zone.
Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. 3 up, 3 down for the Orioles, and the deficit remains 5-2. Brad Brock will come on now as he'll start out the bottom of the 6th.
Number 35, Brad Brock.
Back with Eric Karros and Steve Lyons, Matt Vasgersian, as Joe Mauer settles in to start things out for Minnesota.
Mauer.
Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Jones on the move. He makes the play. A fine running catch to get the first out of the inning.
We showed you his numbers a minute ago. It's still early in the season to be worrying too much, but he's definitely off to a slow start. So he's going to need to string together a few good outings to lower that ERA a little bit.
Trevor Plouffe will stand in again as we flash you back here to the fourth inning. This was a two-run home run that was definitely one of the big blows of the ball game to this point. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Swinging a shot back up the middle and into center field as he's aboard with a one-out single.
Well, here we are. It's the second month of the season, and this guy is showing no signs of slowing down. Got himself another multi-hit ball game here.
Eddie Rosario will come forward now. He has flied out and singled so far. He's set and the pitch. And he'll power in a fastball that time at 94 for strike one.
And that's about where he'll sit with that fastball, 93, 94. That's plenty hard enough to blow it by guys when you need to.
The 0-1 on its way. And 1-1 as this one's in on the hands.
And that's the right spot for that slider. Really try hard to tie him up inside. And that's a good job to lay off, too.
5-2 is our score here in inning number 6. Hits it high and deep out to center field. Jones going back on it. Still going back. He gets there, and that's the second out.
And you know, these guys already have 2 home runs in the game, and they darn near just got their third one here. But that ball just kind of ran out of steam just shy of the wall.
Into the box, Kurt Suzuki, as he will take strike one on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. Tap foul at home plate. Here it comes on 0-2. Hot shot on the ground is short. Hardy's there, and an underhanded throw is in time for out number 3. Twins wind up stranding one, and it remains 5-2. Welcome back to Target Field here in Minneapolis. Twins on top in this one as we take a look now at our game summary through the first 6 innings of play. J.J. Hardy will try it again. He's grounded out and struck out in 2 trips.
Yep, not showing too much so far, but he's got a chance to make something happen right here. See if he can put those other ABs behind him.
And he just keeps rolling along as he starts another batter out with strike one.
He's now thrown a first pitch strike to about 80% of the batters he's faced, and that is just pounding the strike zone. He's pitching so well, and this game's getting late.
Swung on and missed that time by Hardy as he finds himself behind 0-2 now. Chop foul at the plate, and he stays alive, still 0-2. Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. Here it comes, 0-2. A little late on the fastball, but he's able to spoil that one off, and he'll get another chance. And he'll try and tempt him with one in the dirt, but he'll hold back here. It's 1-2.
Well, he might have just said, look, you're going to have to take this one because you ain't fouling that one off.
Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. And he struck him out. And there's strikeout number 11 in the ballgame.
Left fielder number 14.
Well, in case you're just tuning in, you've missed a lot of these so far. 11 for him in the contest all told, as he just continues to mow down the opposing lineup here late into the ballgame. Standing in now, Nolan Reimold. As the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball one.
And right now, these guys just need something to break their way. A blooper, a bunt, a hit by pitch. Something to get a base runner and give that guy something else to think about out there.
And that's too high, ball two.
Yeah, he seems to be pitching him a little cautiously here. Maybe because he's 2 for 2 against him so far, but I think this is a guy you still need to come right after.
5-2 our score as we play inning number 7. Pretty good cut there, but it's to 2-1 now. Lifted in the air out towards left center. And this is into the gap for his 3rd hit of the night, and it'll be good for extra bases. And he is into second with a double, his 3rd hit of the night.
Yeah, and about the only drawback you have to having so many strikeouts is that it really runs that pitch count up. You can see on the graphic right here that total's starting to get up there now, so he may be getting just a little bit tired.
Adam Jones comes forward now, and he's got to get on base any way he can with that possible tying run standing behind him in the on-deck circle. Now time is called as both guys in the bullpen are ready to go. First pitch is a slider called for a strike.
And in this spot, you got to pitch for the strikeout here. And this is a guy that's gone down twice so far, so you do have that in your favor.
Ready with the 0-1. That's taken. Now it's 0-2. Surprised at all that they're coming right after him this way?
A little bit. I like it. It's good for the game, but this is definitely a guy that can hurt you if you're not careful.
Swung on in the dirt for the 3rd strike. And the throw is made to record the 2nd out of the inning.
Yeah, and that turns out to be a nice little play there behind the plate. They get the swing through for strike 3, but then he's got to get the out over there at first base and make sure that nobody else advances. And he's able to accomplish both of those tasks.
Here's the Minnesota skipper making his way out to the mound. And that's going to do it now for Ricky Nolasco. So he'll head for the showers as he stands to win this one if the bullpen can find a way to protect his 3-run lead. Tommy Malone will get the ball here as he looks to get the final out in the top of the 7th.
Tommy Malone.
In now, Jimmy Paredes. As he'll take a look at a pitch too low, it's ball one. Two out here and a runner at second. And a high strike there. It's 1-1.
Yeah, there's a good one right there, right over the top, and just fire that thing in there.
Drives it the other way to deep right. Sano racing back. He's there to track it down, and that'll end the inning. Orioles leave one. They trail 5-2. Eduardo Nunez stands into the box. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far.
Eduardo Nunez.
Outside target here, and he hits it for strike one.
That's one of those fastballs that just never feels like it's going to be a strike. It's up at the letters, and that's a tough one to do anything with.
Looks like a lefty and a right-hander throwing in the Baltimore bullpen. And he misses with it. 1-1. This is line to left. Reimold has him played perfectly as he puts it away for out number one.
Well, that one looked like for all the world it was a sure single leading off the inning. It was certainly hit hard enough, but evidently it was hit a little too hard as it winds up getting flagged down, and that's just a tough break.
Here's Byron Buxton now, as he'll take one on the inside corner at the knees. It's strike one. Inside with the slider, and that'll back him up a bit.
Well, nothing wrong with that. As much as it pains me to say, the pitchers have the right to work inside.
Even at a ball and a strike, here's the pitch.
Nope.
No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. And now a slider in on the hands, and he's lucky that one didn't come and get him.
You figure he should get something good to hit here. They don't want to walk him and put him on for the heart of the order.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. Buxton's able to lay off there, and he's aboard. It's ball 4.
And for as hot as this guy's been recently, this is a no-brainer. Take the bat out of his hands any chance you get.
Miguel Sano will step forward now following the walk, as he'll hit with a definite speed threat at first and 1 away.
You can bet he's going to see some fastballs in this at-bat. I'd be looking dead red.
Throw over to the bag, and he just manages to get his hand in. And a swing and a miss at a pitch well off the plate. It's strike 1.
Ah, that's just a great spot for the fastball against a hitter like this. Just off the plate enough to make him offer, but not good enough that he can do anything with it.
Not cheated on that swing, but the splitters by him. 0-2. Here's the 0-2. And he missed with it. It's 1-2.
1-2.
And that's in there for a called third strike on the split-fingered fastball, 2 away.
Now batting, left fielder,
Oswaldo Arcia gets another crack right here. He's got a hit in 3 tries to this point. Now a throw over to first, and he'll get dirty, but he's back in safely. Grounded back up the middle. And that's in for a base hit. He's 2 for 4 now.
Boy, you talk about a ball having eyes. First off, he's fortunate to get this one by the pitcher. It's not hit especially hard, but you'll see it get past second base where neither middle infielder can track it down. And it'll make its way into center field.
Here's Brian Dozier now, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. Nail-biting time now in that third base dugout.
Well, things are starting to spiral here, and you've got to make sure this doesn't spin completely out of control.
2 down, runners at first and second. Swinging a ball hit softly on the ground, but a foul ball, 1-1. One and one, here it is. Now he lifts a high pop-up, drifting into foul territory on the right side. And the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. Twins strand a pair. They're still out in front, 5-2. Chris Davis comes to the plate, and he'll start us off in the 8th.
Well, it's a close ball game, but it's starting to get late, so they need to get at least one back here in this inning.
Watches a fastball right there for strike 1.
Oh, and you wonder if maybe he decided beforehand just to take a pitch up there first. Too bad for him, because that thing was right down Broadway.
In there, and it's 0-2 now.
Now, you can't take any more pitches like that. You don't like it, you got to at least try and fight it off.
And he is down on strikes again, so get your hats out. That's the 3rd strikeout of the game. 5-2 our score as we get a look inside the numbers. It's our starter comparison for the 2 gentlemen that took the hill to start the ball game. Manny Machado digs in now after lining out in his last try.
Yeah, he put a good swing on it last time, so we'll see if he can make one fall here.
First pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball 1.
And time's getting short here. You don't want to have to face that closer in the 9th inning needing 3 runs. They need to cut that gap down somehow.
We're in the 8th inning now of a 5-2 ball game. Now a fastball for a called strike. It's 1-1. And they'll go off speed here as this pitch misses. It's 2-1. Now a step off as they try to get on the same page. Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. And a curveball drops in on 2-1, 2-2 now.
Boy, he just turned that thing over perfectly. He put that thing right on a dime.
A little late with the swing, but he stays alive. Still 2-2. Hit in the air to straightaway center. Buxton giving chase. Reaches out. Oh, no, he dropped it. Around second. He'll try for third. And he will make it all the way to third now as that mistake proves a costly one indeed.
Well, you know, he does have a long way to go to get to this ball, but geez, once you get there, catch it. I think he's going to tell you that he should have caught that ball, and the official scorer, he's going to agree with him too. He's going to get smacked with an error.
Mark Trumbo will stand in now in what could be a real make-or-break situation.
And you think at this point you have to get something out of this inning. The further you get into that bullpen, the tougher it's going to be to claw back from this deficit.
Kevin Jepson will get the call here as he'll take over with one gone in the top of the eighth.
Kevin Jepson.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. That hits the outside corner. It's strike one.
That's not a bad idea right there. Take a pitch. Make sure you get a good look at him and what he's throwing.
Oh, 1. Here's the pitch. 0-2 now as a curveball drops in there for a strike.
Yeah, and it's tough enough to hit 95+ mile-an-hour fastballs. That curve gives you something else to think about altogether.
He got him, and it'll probably take a base hit now to get that runner across from third. There's a look at our line score showing the home-standing Twins on top here in Minneapolis as they look to close this one out. Matt Wieters stands in now looking to get on base any way he can with that potential tying run standing on deck.
Yeah, Matt, he's just got to focus here on getting a good pitch to hit or finding some other way to just keep this line moving.
A fastball off the plate away. It's ball one. Inside corner, a ball and a strike.
That thing's coming in there hot. 96 miles an hour.
A man on third with two down. Now a swing and a miss, and he's behind 1-2.
It's just so hard to sit curveball when the pitch before is 96. It's almost a situation where you have to guess one pitch and hope you guess right.
Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. One left for the Orioles, and the deficit remains 5-2. Brian Mattis is on out of the bullpen now as he'll take over to start the bottom of the eighth.
Brian Mattis.
Joe Mauer will stand in. He flew out his last time up.
First baseman, Joe Mauer.
And that's in there for strike one.
Well, you know, you hear it all the time because it's true. First pitch strikes are so important. It really changes the complexion of the at-bat for not only the pitcher but the hitter as well, especially when you've got a good hitter up there.
That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. In for a strike, and he jumps ahead 1-2 now. Now a fastball taken outside here as it moves it to 2-2 now. He's ready with the 2-2 pitch. Cue shot here out towards short. Throw to first by Hardy for wrap number 1.
Third baseman, number 24, Trevor Plouffe.
Trevor Plouffe gets another shot, and if you remember, he hit a round tripper back in the 4th. The fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0. Hit high and deep out there to left center field. Reimold going back, and goodbye. This one ain't coming back. So a solo shot here to left center field, his second of the game, as they open it up to 6-2 now.
Yeah, and that home run might just earn their closer an extra day of rest right here. That makes this a 4-run game now, and with the top of the 9th looming, it would make that a non-save situation. So I wouldn't be surprised if he just stays out there in the bullpen at least until anybody gets on.
Into the box now, Eddie Rosario, as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1. And this catches the zone as well. It's 0-2 now.
He's just working east and west here. He'll be fine if he just stays out of the middle.
Fastball, strike 3 called as he couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away.
That's the way you want to see guys respond after giving up a home run. You know, some guys, they go into a shell, they hang their heads. Some guys get a little gun shy, they start to nibble at the corners. This guy, he gets teed off, and he comes right after the next guy in the lineup. If I'm a pitching coach, that's what I want to see.
Into the box, Kurt Suzuki. Drilled on the ground to short. Scooped up. Throw on to Davis takes care of him, and that'll end the inning. But the Twins add on thanks to this solo shot. Last chance coming up for the Orioles. It's the Twins 6 and the Orioles 2. Downtown St. Paul there, not far from us here at Target Field as we're set to begin the 9th inning in this one. Kicking off the top of the 9th, Jonathan Schoop, and they'll need him to get something going here.
Well, you're facing a pretty big deficit in this game, so they need to start clawing their way back.
Glenn Perkins will come on here. Not a save situation, but he'll try to close it out nonetheless. Here we go with inning number 9 as the first pitch misses for ball 1. Swing and a miss as he ramps up on the fastball 1-1. One of the things that makes him so tough to hit, the ability to put his pitches right on the black.
Yeah, I mean, you watch the catcher's glove on some of these, and it literally does not move. That's how good his stuff is.
Perkins is ready, coming home with the 1-1 pitch. 1-2 as he chases the slider. struck him out as his woes continue, as that's his third strikeout of the game. A reminder that coming up after the ball game tonight, we'll have full highlights of the game exclusively right here on the show. J.J. Hardy will stand in, needing to do something here to get on base as they're down to their final 2 outs.
Yeah, and you just can't worry about the score right here. You just got to be able to string together a couple of base runners and take it one pitch at a time, one runner at a time.
He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Starts him with a good rising fastball there for strike 1.
Well, that pitch has a lot of life up in the zone. Just takes off on you.
Grounded to third. Kloof has it. On to first as the throw takes care of Hardy, 2 away.
Nice job there as he gets the first 2 men to face him here. And now they're just 1 out away from picking up the first 2 games of this series.
Nolan Reimold makes his way to the plate, needing to make something happen. They're down to their final out in the 9th inning.
That's not looking too good for him anymore, but you know what? There's no clock in this sport, and that's for good reason. You've got to fight for all 27 outs.
Now a slider, and he gets ahead of him here, 0-1. The win would be credited to Ricky Nolasco, barring any late turnaround. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And he falls behind, 0-2. And now this crowd, a bit over 30,000 strong, comes to their feet. Down and away, it's a ball and 2 strikes.
Well, you know, when you're behind an account like this, it's all about changing your approach at the plate. You got to shorten up a little bit and just look to put the ball in play.
Has them down to their final strike. Here it comes. Still 1-2 as he fouls it away. 2 out, nobody on. Baltimore, good night.
Yeah, and you know, this home crowd is going to get to drive home happy as their guys come through with a very good win.
Well, a pretty good offensive show of force in this one. Probably at least a couple of players deserving. But, gentlemen, let's go ahead and give this man the nod as our top player of the game.
Yeah, he connected on a couple of long home runs. Really put his guys on his back and carried them to the victory.
So that just about does it. For EK, Psycho, and the crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, get those smartphones and tablets out and head over to theshownation.com. The Twins are victorious in this one, 6-2. Good night from Minneapolis.